Hello everyone. In solving simultaneous linear equations using graphical method, which is the third method of simultaneous linear equations, we've already considered elimination and the substitution method in my videos. So today we'll take a look at the graphical aspect of it. We will consider the same questions we used for elimination and substitution method, which is as in these two equations, this and this. So we have what is called table of values. We make table of values for them. They will use the table of values to plot our graph. So let us fill in these gaps by solving for y, as in putting the value of x one after the other and getting our y, because we need to get the corresponding values of y for the values of x. So to do that, let's pick a paper and solve it. So we have 2x minus y equals minus 2 for the equation 1. So when x is minus 1, you substitute. That is, 2x means 2 times x, meaning 2 times minus 1. Then you copy the rest. So 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Then you copy this, you copy this. You make y the subject. By taking 1 there, it becomes positive y. Then this has to cross over, collecting like terms. So this one is waiting, this one. Then we are bringing this as plus 2. Sign will change because of the equality sign. So this will give us 0. So here is 0. We register it. Then when x is 0, you put it in like that, like that, like that. So we have when x is 0, that's 2 brackets 0, as in 2x, 2 times 0 minus y. You copy this, you copy this. Okay, so 2 times 0 is 0, minus y minus 2. Then you take minus y there to become plus y. Sign will change because of the equality sign. The minus 2 is crossing over. 0 plus 2 obviously is 2. So y is 2. So here is 2. In linear equations, they have constant difference. That is, what has been added to 0 to get 2 is 2. So that means plus 2, we're adding 2 to save time. So just add 2 to this, you get this next one. That is the sweet part of it, of anything linear equation. So linear means the power here is 1, the power is 1. The variables have power 1, invisible power 1. There are two linear equations, so they have constant difference. So here, automatic is another plus 2, you have 6. Okay, let us try this. Let's solve it and see whether we get 8. That is when x is 3. So we have 2x minus y equals minus 2. So we are putting in x as 3 here. That's 2 times 3. Then minus y equals minus 2. So this is 6 minus y equals minus 2. So if you look at it very well, we can take minus y there to become plus. Then this minus 2 is crossing over as plus 2. That's 8. Can you see? So y is 8. So that is it. Then for the second equation, the same thing will repeat itself. That is, we'll put in x as minus 1, you get this, and like that. Once you have first two values, you can just write the rest by yourself without calculating anything. So let's start with this second one. With the second one, we have 5x plus y equals 16. Then we put x as minus 1. That's 5 times minus 1 plus y equals 16. So this is 5 times this is minus 5. Then you copy the rest. Then you make y the subject. Make y the subject by taking minus 5 to the other side. That's 16 plus 5. So y is 21. For this one, we have 21. So the corresponding value of x is, when x is minus 1, is 21. So let's do for this, and then we'll do the rest without calculating it. So let's write 5x again plus y equals 16. Down, x is 0. That's 5 times 0, which is 0 automatic. So this is 0. So automatic, we have y equals 16. 0 is gone because 16 minus 0, take it there, is still 16. So here is 16. So obviously, minus 5 will give us this. Minus 5 will give us 11. Minus 5 will give us 6. Then minus 5 will give us 1. Let us try this last one by calculation and see whether we get 1. So picking it again, we have 5x plus y equals 16. So x is 3. 5x means 5 times 3 plus y equals 16. So 5 times 3 is 15 plus y equals 16. Then we take 15 to the other side, collecting like terms. We leave y alone as a subject. Then we cross 15, collecting items, becoming negative because the sign will change because of the equality sign. So y is 1. So we have 1 is correct. So if you look at the table will even tell you the solution of this simultaneous using graph. If you plot it, you can see x is 2 here, y is 6. X is 2, y is 6. The same answer we had when we solved it using elimination and substitution method. So you will notice the solution immediately from the table. You will know the answer. From the table, you will know the answer. So it's a very simple topic. So let us now plot our graph. If you look at the table of values, the highest for you to draw, look at the line graph and the y-axis. This y-axis, I didn't put it in the middle. The reason is I shifted it here because the x will determine how to draw my y-axis. That is, if you look at the x, it has -1, then the highest positive value is 3 for the both tables. -1, then 3. So that means we will shift it to this side. We shift it to this side, -1. So this is -2, -1. So it's okay for the negative sign. So we have to shift it to this side. We don't need much negative side. So the x has determined how I will draw my y-axis. Likewise, the y will determine how I will draw my x-axis. That is, if you look at the y, the highest positive number is 21. Then negative, we don't have negative number. So that means I need more of positive side of the y-axis. This is y positive. So I need more of up side. So I can bring down my x-axis down this way, down, and draw it. Because the y, we don't have negative, so we can bring it down to this side and draw it. So we have this down part. I brought it down. You can see I have 0 origin already, down part. So I have here 1, 2. The x-axis is not more than 3. Let me just add 4. Then here we have -1. Can you see? -2. So the x values will determine how I will draw my y-axis. Then the y values will determine how I will draw my x-axis. So x determines y determines x. So you need to pause the video and practice it yourself. So we number our y upward as in, no, we can make it 2 units because of the big numbers. So let's use 2 units as in adding 2. That's 2 units. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Since the highest number of the positive number is 21, the highest value of the positive numbers for the y-axis is 21. So I can stop at 22, or I can just add 24, which I don't need it. Then we start plotting our graph. So to plot this graph, when x is -1, y is 0. So you trace -1. This is my x is -1. So to plot it, x is -1 here, y is 0. At this point, y is 0, x is -1. Okay. Then when x is 0, y is 2. So x 0, we trace it to where y is 2. So anytime you have one variable being like x is -1 here and the y is 0, that means x will have it on the x-axis. Here, x is 0, y is 2. Y will have it on the y-axis at 2. That's how to go about it. So at 1, 4, it means we trace 1 to where we have 4. We plot it. At 2, 6, we trace 2 to where we have 6 here. At 3, 8, we trace 3 to where we have 8 here. Then we draw our line. It's going to be straight, like I said. You can also plot the first and the last. You can plot this first one and this last one. You still get your answer straight. The first and the last can be plotted. This one and this one can be plotted. This one and this one can be plotted. First and the last. So you write the name of this equation on top of the line to differentiate which one is which one. So we have 2x minus y equals minus 2 on this line. It's better on this line. So then we go for the plotting of the second table for the equation 5x plus y equals 16. So let us plot that. So we have when x is minus 1, y is 21. When x is minus 1, we trace it to where y is 21. From here, we trace from this minus 1, here, we trace it to 21, to 20, to 21 here. 20, in between 20 and 22, that's 21, in between. Okay, then 0, 16. X is 0, y is 16. Y is having it at 16. Y is having it at 16. Okay, because x is 0. So x is 1 here, then y is 11. So we trace 1 to where we have 11. This is 1. We trace it to where we have 11. In between 10 and 12, we have it here. Then the last one, then we have 2, 6. 2 and 6. So this is it. When x is 2, y is 6. The same place here. That is the answer, the solution to the two simultaneous linear equations. They are meeting here, intersecting here. Then the last one, we have 3, 1. X is 3, y is 1. So we trace 3 to 1 here. To 1. That is in between 0 and 1. This is it. 3 to 1. Then we draw the line together. A straight line. So it's as simple as that. Very, very easy. Watch the video over and over, you will understand. So the name of the graph is 5x plus y equals 16. So that's neat enough, very fine. So the intersection is the solution of the graph. So if you use any of the three methods, which we have done, this is the same question I used in solving my elimination method, the same questions I used in solving my substitution method, so that you get it very clear that, oh, whichever method you are going to use will still give you the same answer. So you trace the meeting point, the intersection, point of intersection, to x and y axis. This is x2 and y is 6. From the table also, 2, 6, 2, 6. So it's just showing everywhere the solution. So the solution is here, this place. So in bracket, coordinate form x, comma, y, 2, 6. That is it. You can pause the video, you can play it all over and over again. Recommend the video, Math with Shola, with your friends. Show them, tell them to visit the YouTube and watch and watch and watch. There are so many videos I have made. Okay, thank you for watching. These are the table of values. This is the graph. The meeting point, the solution is there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love.